Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with his good friend and someone who's helped him a couple of different times with non-QM lending on apartments and office. Stephen Dow, how you doing, sir?
Fantastic. Yourself?
I'm doing great, man. So we're going to have a conversation about one of our followers repeating something that Arnold Schwarzenegger did way back when, and that is house hacking an apartment. But before we do, please share the old marketing spiel so we both don't get
he
in trouble.
remembered. Okay. Again, although I work very happily for Velocity Mortgage Capital, all the ideas and topics discussed on this channel that of my own. So let's get it going.
Yeah. So house hacking is it's the cheat code to wealth. Dion, Matt, Spencer, Todd, Anna, many of my experts did house hacking, whether it was house hacking bedrooms like Spencer and Todd, or house hacking fourplexes and duplexes like Dion, Anna, and Matt. I actually want to step back to, I think it was in the 1980s, early 80s, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Folks who don't know who he is, obviously an actor, former governor of California, and millionaire. I think he's worth like $100 million, but I could be wrong. But his entire journey starts with house hacking a sixplex in LA. And not a lot of people talk about house hacking multifamily or 5 units and above because it's a commercial loan. It's very much like you go to Bigger Pockets or YouTube University, it's house hack fourplex. And I want people right now to understand you at Velocity Mortgage and really the non-QM space. You can house hack a 10, 20 unit apartment building, no problem, correct?
Correct. So again, I would agree with you that it doesn't really get talked about as much, at least from what I've seen through YouTube and anything else that pops up on my video feed. But anything 5 units or more, you're allowed, at least with non-QM products, to be able to live in one of the units and, rent out the other unit. So it's another tool for investors to kind of take a look at. But we can definitely do that.
Yeah, I want people to think bigger. We're heading into a recession, a bear market. It's going to be painful. The ones that are prepared and thinking creatively are going to win. So let's not think about house hacking a fourplex. Let's house hack an apartment building. So let's talk about why that is first. First and foremost, it's very clear that Velocity Mortgage doesn't do owner-occupied deals, right? Doesn't do FHA, owner-occ loans.
Correct. For 1 to 4 units, we do not. Correct.
Right. What is called residential. Dodd-Frank and all these other things. Velocity Mortgage non-QM plays different. But that line stops at 5 units. Don't ask me why it's 5 units. I've never looked it up. I don't care. It just is. But I want people to think 10, 20 units. And again, if you take the concept of house hacking an apartment building and you add into it the 50, 40, 10, you can get into an apartment building for 10% down if you find the right seller. You house hack a 20 unit apartment, you are living for free. The cheat code to wealth is awesome. Get off your ass. Let's go. Right.
100%. Now in New Jersey, it's actually 6 units or higher.
Wow.
So,
I didn't know that.
Yes.
So New Jersey is 6. Okay.
So,
all right. Well,
yes. I believe New Mexico is the same thing. So those are the only 2 states that allow, as far as on the multifamily side, 6 units or more. I know.
So why 5, why 6? Yeah.
Right.
It's crazy. So again, what I want people to realize is into the changing market we are in, sellers have fear of missing out or FOMO. And the buyers that get creative, you can change your life forever. Okay. Right. You're following, you're going to house hack a fourplex. That's interesting. Let's talk about house hacking an apartment. Let's talk house hacking an apartment where the seller carries back a second at 40% for 10 years or maybe longer. You want to live for free? I'm going to guess it's a lot easier to do in a 10 or 20 unit building than a fourplex, I would think.
I mean, if the numbers and if you're doing, the work, hashtag, but other than that, I think if the numbers make sense, I would agree with you because overall, that type of per door, I think income, if you're doing, your numbers right and understanding averages and everything else, I really think in this type of market, because they're just not building, houses fast enough. People still got places to live. And so apartments and any type of multifamily, I would think in the next wave is going to be coming, because if people can't afford their homes anymore, they're going to have to live someplace, and it's probably going to be an apartment. So I think opportunities are definitely there, because most people probably don't know that they could, possibly do that or have that as a tool for investing. So it's good that we get to talk about it. But and then executing that 50, 40, 10, like you said, getting to a multifamily, basically 10% down, stated income,
LLC. Yeah.
right? And then also in reference to what's required to qualify, debt service ratio or debt coverage ratio normally applies on multifamily or commercial loans. But in reference to our specific products, anything under 500,000 on refinances or under 750,000 on purchases does not need the debt service.
Wow.
So there does open another opportunity to where if it's maybe not as stabilized or the occupancy is around at least 70%, we can still do the loan.
Yeah. And again, everything we've ever talked about, again, you have an amazing playlist, folks. You need, if you want to get creative, you need to listen to Stephen Dow's playlist. I think it's non-QM Stephen Dow is the name of the playlist.
Right.
But you could do 5 to 10 years interest only if that was a choice you wanted, if you want it.
Correct. That's another flexible or added, feature to the product. It is a 30-year fixed, so you get the security of a fixed, rate, but the flexibility, if you wanted to add an interest-only option payment for the first 10 years of your 30-year fixed loan. So again, the combination of maybe 10 years interest only on my first, if you're a good negotiator and the seller is, maybe in a situation that they're motivated, they might carry 3%. Even. I'm talking to investors right now or bars right now. They've been able to negotiate 0% interest on the second.
Me too.
Because they gave the buyer the number that they were looking for, and everybody wins. And so, it is possible. It's just doing the work and understanding, the market and everything else. But with these types of tools, I think it really is going to allow a lot of people some more options that they weren't aware of initially. And so, yeah, I agree. This is the next wave. I'm excited.
Yeah. So again, folks, what I want to do in this video is just plant the seed. I want you to copy Arnold Schwarzenegger. I want you to house hack, at least think about it, right? Run the numbers, at least make it a mental exercise. And again, if you could do, just think about it. 30-year fixed, critical, no arms. Let's not get stupid. Let's not do 25-year AM. Let's do 30. And if you want, do 10 and 10, do 10 on the first, 10 on the second, interest only.
Right.
Come on, really? Jeez, just silly. So Stephen, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say on the first, it just gives you the option to pay interest only. But if things are going okay, pay fully amortized or even pay down the principal, you can, just not more than 20% per year without triggering the penalty. But it gives you a lot of options and flexibility as an owner of a multifamily, because a lot can happen, right? Just in the days and times that we're living in now. So it allows you to really have somewhat of security, but also flexibility if you need to, as far as payment relief, but without having to jump into a bridge loan and refinancing again and paying more closing costs. So it's a win-win, I think, in the long run. You just got to do the work, look for the right situations, and let's get the cracking. Let's make some money. Yep.
So if somebody wanted to reach out, play with you some numbers, talk about apartments, do that kind of stuff, look at the loan products. Sir. How do you want them to reach out?
Again, just SDAO@velocitymortgage.com. In the subject line, please put ORAAT, just that. Just so you can make it over the firewall. In the body of the email, maybe a simple description, what you're looking for, property type, address would be great, or at least the city and state to make sure that we lend there, your mid-FICO score, and the best number to reach you at within typically 24 or 48 hours. I'll be back. I'll be in touch.
Yeah, folks, I look forward to hearing from one of you in the next 90 days saying, Michael, I got an apartment. We're going to house hack an apartment building. I look forward to getting that note.
I forgot to mention, we closed on Larry.
Oh,
Larry,
you did?
I don't know. When we went like further back, like he was one of the first ones to kind of like, hey, get aggressive with a low ball offer.
Yeah, I remember.
And got something 50,000. Yeah, we closed on him. So very happy. We're working on some other stuff for him as well. So shout out to Larry.
Go back and watch the playlist. I think that was 6 weeks ago. Here's the story, right? The real estate market's not falling over yet. As I remember, Larry saw a listing at 650. It made sense at
750.
Oh, 750. Oh my God.
Right.
So it made sense at 750. He offered 50 or 60.
650.
Yeah, 650, and they ended up negotiating to
700.
Yeah. So he saved $50,000, and again, they just closed. So again, I keep telling folks, the market is changing. Sellers are getting afraid. Only write great offers. This is a time to only write great offers.
Right.
The market's stiff. Don't rush. Don't do anything stupid. Don't waive conditions. I'm not looking at in first day listings. I want to know 15 days or more. It is the time. Larry, I'm so happy for you, man. Thanks. Take care, Stephen.
All right, take care. You too, bud.